to get in here, but
If
Pizza
Josh can ever
oven.
get in. If he can get in. There he is. Chef Squadcast sucks Crondo. That's
Yo.
funny. No video. Probably. Does he have a
So I
mic?
think
There he
maybe
is.
the 7th try this will work. So give me a second, boys. Sorry.
There you go. Oh, and there he goes.
Not the 7th try.
The 9th try.
Gone forever, dude.
He's got to switch to Brave, man.
There we go.
Brave browsers. What's up?
Brave browser? What is Brave? The new browser?
It's just it's based off of Chrome. It's a browser that allows you to be more secure. Has a VPN built into it. So
Does it now?
I just got that
7
sweet
tries.
NordVPN.
That was 9th.
Oh, there he is.
9th try.
7
Hey.
tries.
Oh, looking dapper today, bud.
You little
Yeah.
cute boy. You're such a cute little boy.
no headphones
You know
today,
that?
I got a date this afternoon, so I gotta look. I gotta look
you're
decent.
such a cute
you know?
little boy. Look at you.
Oh,
I'm rocking the beard because you shaved yours off.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I hate having facial hair, guys.
yeah. And summertime. This
I
is like as
barely-
long as it's gonna get. Like it needs,
I
it needs to
barely.
go.
Like if
Hey,
I have
am I
facial hair, it's
feeding?
'cause I'm
Am I doing
lazy.
any echo at all?
No,
I don't hear any echo.
Yeah, if I have
You're not-
facial hair, it's just because I'm fucking lazy.
not doing headphones. Don't feel like doing it today.
Yeah, wait, where are your headphones? Wait, how are you listening right now?
Just speakers.
My speakers.
Wait, talk?
Yeah.
Or I should talk?
No, you're good.
I don't hear.
Wow.
it.
That's actually surprising. What do you just have it really low?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that'll work.
Yeah, when you have
Fine.
beautiful voices like yourselves, I don't have to have you jacked up all the way. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So, pizza oven.
We'll get there in a second. Just hold on. Did it go?
Oh,
did
you
it
want to
go?
have that in actual recording? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it in the actual thing. Did it go live? I think it says it's live, right?
No, we're live on Twitch, not
We're
live on
Squadcast.
Squadcast.
Okay. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it pop up in the
The
Discord yet.
the Discord
Takes a minute.
notification is pretty delayed. I've noticed, but like we're 100% live. I'm watching it right now. Actually, it's not even. It's not a very hard video
Product
play.
placement.
Actually, it's not. Even, your little,
Viking
little
Beard
beard,
We're not
Revolution.
sponsored by them.
Your beard.
you-
There's gonna
if
be
you
a lot
ever
of
grow a beard out,
unsponsored
stuff is the
product
truth,
placement
man.
in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the headphones on. This isn't gonna cut it.
It's fine. Don't have to. I don't know why it's not popping up in like the chat.
I know you.
It
I know
will.
that
It
maybe
takes-
Hutch and
Oh, there it
Vash
goes.
don't care about their hair when they go on dates, but you know, my ginger ass gotta care. Okay.
Bald is beautiful, baby.
I don't have a choice. Exactly. I don't have a choice.
Me neither.
My,
It's like if I don't,
I'll be there
shave my
soon
head, it's
enough.
worse.
I'm not that far
You know,
off.
when I was younger,
It creeps. Month by month, it creeps back a little more and more.
Oh, I will die with this hair. I'm very blessed that all the men in my family have had hair till my dad's 80 years old and still has like very nice hair. It's very surprising.
I thought the
Feel pretty good
baldness came from your mother's side, though, didn't it? Doesn't it?
I hope
the
it's
gene.
not the case because my grandfather was bald.
I
shit,
think
is that
the,
true?
Yeah, from what I believe, from what I've been told, the gene comes from your mother's side, but the pattern of baldness comes from your father's side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I mean, either way, I got some thick ass hair, so I feel like that's a good.
You know what's
sign. I don't
funny?
know.
There's no redheads in my family. That's the funniest thing about
Well,
why I
isn't
have
red
red hair.
hair like a mutation
Yes.
down the line? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
I
makes-
suppose so because my dad's.
What color is the postman's hair?
Ha ha ha!
the milkman's hair.
Funny.
You say
I
so,
once,
and we're like,
when I was younger, I felt bad. My boss at the time, I was like 17, working a stupid job, and my boss was bald, an older guy, and we were talking about hairs. I don't know whatever the fuck reason, and I was like, oh yeah, why do you shave your head, Bob? And he's like, I don't have a choice. I was like, oh, this is weird. Sorry.
Yeah, right. That reminds me of a story like with a boss that I had. We were talking about high school reunions coming up, and he's like, "Yeah, I get to go to my high school reunion and see all the people." I'm like, well, "I'm not going to mine." And he's like, "Why not? It's great. You get to go see all the people that got old and fat." I'm like, "Asshole! I'm the one that got old and fat, or bald and fat." I'm like,
I'm the
"Forget
one,
that.
man. Get outta
I'm the
here."
one that got bald and fat.
But you know what? That just means you're comfy, buddy. You know.
No,
what I mean? That's
no,
a
it means
sign
I'm
of
lazy.
That means it's a sign of comfiness. Be happy in in your comfort. You know what I'm saying? Having hair and fit is overrated. That's so 2010. You know what I mean? We're in the age of dad bod.
oh,
Yeah,
100%.
until you live in
Embrace it.
South Florida, and then the dad bod ain't gonna cut it for you anymore.
Oh, well, see, you live in South Florida.
I was
That's
gonna
part
say,
of the
that's
problem.
your
Well,
That's your first problem, Josh.
Look, I would,
South
man.
Florida.
It's like a blessing and a curse, right? Like I don't want to live here anymore, but my business is booming, so I don't have a choice now.
Like,
Business is
now I'm
booming.
now I'm locked in, and
Yeah,
it's
but
like
you
had
work
a
from
chance.
home, baby. You don't need to be in
not
person,
not
you
so
know,
much
like-
anymore lately. Lately, I've been they have me going to their office more often because I'm kind of like
If
the
COVID has taught us
unofficial
anything,
CTO
it's
now.
like working from home is the future, and that we've been held down by our capitalist overlords, thinking we need to go into an office when we don't. They
That
pay
makes
for these
Yeah, but I
offices,
like
that's why they want us in.
but I like the social interaction. Like it's what gets me
COVID.
Well,
fueled
that's
up
fair.
to
that's the only thing I do miss about going into an office
Yeah.
is the fact that I would be around other people. But at the same time, I just I don't know.
Hey, you guys got your
like this.
vaccines. What you worried about?
I'm
I still don't wanna
halfway
go
through
around
the first
people.
one.
Yeah,
I'm the one
I still
over
don't wanna
here
go
that's
around people.
I'm the one over here that's rolling the dice.
My favorite thing about this whole thing is like, just because I'm vaccinated and I now can do things doesn't mean I still want to. You know what I mean? Like, this has been the best excuse to not have to do a goddamn thing ever. You know what I mean? I got a backyard pizza oven. Why have to go anywhere? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that was the one thing. Like, so I live in California, and obviously the one sign that I saw was, the part I miss about COVID is the lack of traffic.
Oh my god, it's the
the-
worst
Is your
here.
traffic back to terrible? I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm
God,
sure it never
yeah,
went
dude.
away in LA. Or wait, are you in like?
Let me
Los
tell you
Angeles
something.
or
Miami is
outside of-
just as bad.
I'm in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely
The
miss
cooler part of California.
I like quite literally the cooler part.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
colder temperatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
don't think you could pay me to live in anywhere in California, probably besides the Bay Area.
Orange County's
Like, you-
nice.
Huh?
Dude, Orange County's where I was born. It's beautiful there.
Yeah, Orange
I just
County's
don't.
cool.
But you gotta have a lot of money to be
Not a
there.
big California.
You gotta have a lot of money to be miss most places in California.
That's
Yeah.
that's also
That's very
true.
true. That's
That was
very
like the last stimulus checks that went out. Right, we didn't get that was the middle finger to California package.
And New
Because
York, for the most part.
yeah, exactly. There you go. Like the cities where people have to have money, they were like, no, you're not getting any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I correction. We got $365.
Ooh, that's
Hey,
better than us. We got
that's a good
zero.
cup of coffee in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, it's
Wait a
like
minute.
two
Why
cup of
did
coffee.
why I just cashed a $1,400 check? Like, why did I?
Quiet.
Well, I mean, in all
There
fairness,
was-
I didn't
yeah.
I didn't make much money the last couple of years, so
There you go.
Yeah.
Who are these guys? These are your lovable Sunday afternoon.
Who are these?
3
Who
week,
said that?
Oh, it's Hellfire.
Hellfire,
He just being
as
a
always.
jerk.
Oh,
3 week
Right.
absent. 3 week absent.
1 month. It's been a month.
1 month absent.
Yeah.
It's been a busy month between work and holiday stuff. You know.
Here we are.
I mean, I'll put it this way, guys. I think that we need to evolve our channel, and if we want to stay ahead of the times, we need to go ahead and buy ourselves inflatable hot tubs and just do a hot tub podcast stream. You know what I'm saying?
I
Innovators,
have a
right?
backyard now.
God.
So
You do have a
I'm-
backyard. We could do
I
that.
mean, I could do it right here. I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Are you on the
man.
first
Like,
floor?
No.
Oh, then you're gonna you fill the hot tub in your room, Josh.
I could fill a hot tub on the third floor. I don't care.
You're on the third floor. Oh yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
actually
perfect,
hilarious.
right? It don't matter. It don't
Sister Girl
matter.
Traveling pants.
Absolutely. All right, shall we get started?
Well, you're here to talk about video games or
I
something?
guess we're here.
I'm here to talk about
video.
pizza ovens.
I want to talk
Don't
about hot
you
tubs.
worry. We'll get into it. We will 100% get into it. This is the Tangent podcast. We don't just talk about video games. We talk about whatever comes to mind. So, all right, here we go.
I wish I was sponsored by Uni so I could get money for my tangent. I'm about to
Soon,
do.
my friend. Soon. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Vash, joined as always by Ashley Pastrami and Chef Kron Dizzle, or was it Chef
Chef
Squadcast?
Squadcast sucks Crondo.
Thank you very much for being a part. The new member of our podcast, the Chef Squadcast Sucks Grondo.
No problem. No problem.
Joining us this week is DaHuch from the ANR podcast. How's it going, bud?
Hey, doing going pretty good actually. Thanks for inviting me.
Of
So
course.
you
we're-
say DaHuch?
Yeah.
I don't know
I
why
know
I
that-
wanted to say Hutch.
I think
I
I
also want to say that.
I think I put a T in there in our Discord or something like that. But we are continuing our cultural exchange program from our, I guess sister podcast. I don't know. We're not
Buddy
really
podcast?
Yeah.
friendly podcast.
Yeah.
Partners. Not really sister. We don't really have any affiliation. We just like you guys a
Our
lot.
podcast brothers from another podcast mother.
There you go.
Pretty much.
There, yeah.
That's,
yeah.
that, that'll do it.
Nice.
Just from anyway, so you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our Twitter is overachieversp. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where we get this episode and every episode where we're talking about video games and the most random stuff like pizza oven and whatnot. But Hooch, tell us where people can find you guys in your podcast and what you guys talk about.
So I have to confess, I came in like half prepared to be doing plugs, but you can also, you can find us at Discord, discord.me/ANR. You can also find us on YouTube, AlterNerd Reality. And we have new podcasts on pretty much every major, Apple, Google, Spotify. We're all over the place.
Fantastic. Yeah, and we'll put a link down below in the description, so if you guys want to check them out. They do a weekly podcast, I think, at this point, right? Is what you guys do?
We're at a point now where we're actually kicking out 3 episodes a week.
Oh my God.
We have
that's crazy.
Well, what's great because we also have Patreon as well. So like what we do is we have one long major session for our patrons to just jump in. You can hang out with us on Zoom while we do the podcast. And then we have like the mega cut that we put out. But then we also split that podcast up and kick it out after week. We have specific sections. We talk about like general nerdy stuff. We talk about gaming stuff. We talk about the things that we kind of played and did throughout the week.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you guys do like...
I'm waiting for Chew to invite me on for what did we say the episode was going to be called, Vash? Revisited,
yeah.
For Resident Evil.
oh yeah, we were actually talking about that on this past recording, how the new RE is coming up, and I'm like, not gonna play it.
What?
Oh,
all right, we'll get into it.
We can get into it because we're it's something that
I'm genuinely interested in this.
But anyway, so let's talk about, since we're kind of getting into video games, let's talk about what we're playing this week, or month, I should say, because it's been a month since we last recorded. Sorry we didn't record last time, but it was the holidays with Easter, and we had family and whatnot that were in and around town. We just want to spend some time with them, so that's why we weren't around. So Dom, tell us, what have you been playing?
I actually have a cool side thing happening too. I'm doing it's not a podcast. It's just like a video series we're doing with a buddy called Game of the Beer, which title might change, but essentially we're playing every game that's won Game of the Year since 1983, which was the first one with the Golden Joysticks awards.
What was the first one?
What
was the first one?
It's called Jetpack, but with no K. It was an arcade game. It's definitely just a quarter cruncher. It was just made to just keep.
And you've done 2 episodes so far, right?
Done 2. The second one was Night Terror or something like that, which was a console, like one of the first consoles. I couldn't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'm so sorry. I was also drunk when we do this.
Commodore 64? Well, was Commodore actually?
No, Commodore wasn't out then.
Night Lord, thank you, Hellfire. No, it was actually called VB, it was like some ridiculous. There was so it wasn't really even like Atari and Commodore stuff. It was like the first consoles. There were actually other things that you could count as a console, right? Mm-hmm. It was so hard to. It's such an old thing that you can't even find an emulator, a working emulator for it. But luckily, a lot of these games were created by the same studio, and so there is a studio pack on the Xbox shop that they have all these games there. So that's how we've been doing the first few, right? And then we also would do the runner up or best whatever, so we did. There was a Lord of the Rings text-based game. There were a few other things, and it's really interesting. And I think it's really cool because we look at these older games and we see such outdated things, right? We see it's blocky, or the controls are weird, or it's very one-dimensional or whatever. But then if you actually play them, it's just so cool because at the time that shit was wild. Wild. And you're playing it, and when you think about the size of the game, how they made it, the tools that went into it, the amount of people into it, whatever, it's quite frankly mind-blowing. I think it's even crazier making a game then with what they did and what they made, with the output compared to now, because now there's so much technology, you could just do so much more, right? But looking at Night Lord is a game. It's still crazy. This is a real thing. Night Lord is a game where there's also no. There's zero explanation of what the story is or what you're supposed to do, which is absolutely hilarious.
Great.
Night Lord, you're a traveler. You get cursed by a magician and you turn to a werewolf, and you have to find all these items to put into the magician's cauldron to break the curse. So that's the story. Each room that an item is in is kind of randomly generated with items and stuff like that. But also, there's a built-in day and night counter where it's daytime, you're a person, it switches to night, you turn into the werewolf. And mind you, this is all built on a system where the game size is in kilobytes, you know what I'm saying? Which at the time was in, the games were huge and stuff. it's just crazy. It's really cool because why would I ever play this? Like, oh, I'm gonna just play later. But like, we have a reason we're like doing this cool video series, and it's actually a really cool look at what this shit was and where we come, like where video games came from and where we are now. And like, obviously, you know, we started at 83, which is the first one, and we're gonna get to some point, you know, to now, which it'll be games like, you know, Grand Theft Auto and whatever ones have like you know, which will be funny to play in comparison. But also we get really drunk. It's very shenanigans.
I can't wait for you guys to get to Sekiro. That's my personal.
I'll probably quit once we get to Sekiro. Once we get to Sekiro,
You
I'm like,
can't.
"All right, I've done it, did
You
it all."
can't.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to.
So I've been playing like some older games, which has been really fun, and I'm also playing Outriders because it's free on Games Pass right now, which I don't know if any of you
how is
played.
that?
So yeah, it is thumbs up. It's funny because I was telling Hellfire got into it. He's like, "How is it? I saw you were playing it." So the game at first not much hooked me. It was very slow, and also like, granted, I've been very busy, been having to travel for work and all this bullshit. It didn't hook me very well. I've been playing this morning, and like I finally like passed, I think, the beginning dredges of like a lot of games. I feel like in the beginning, getting your bearings and like learning how the system works, and like they're trying to get you up to the story. Sometimes it doesn't hook you well enough, and it didn't hook me. Like the game didn't hook me at the start, and I admit I was almost like, oh, I'm probably gonna stop playing. But I think I'm at a point now where I'm like, okay, I have some abilities. I'm like, you know, I'm getting some guns. But like, it's pretty cool. Like the thing that's I think the coolest about the game is the architecture of it. It's like if Mass Effect met The Division met like Diablo, right? Because you have a really cool skill tree that you could do a lot of different stuff. There's some cool classes. Technomancer for the win. It's kind of like a looter shooter in the sense that you get like random dropped weapons with like all that shit, and then the Mass Effect aspect of it, it's very Mass Effect in the cutscenes and the dialogue and the way you interact with NPCs, and some of it I don't like. I was never a Mass Effect fan because I thought some of the cinematic stuff was like, for instance, pull the lever, and instead of just pulling the lever in game, black screen, cinematic, pull the lever, black screen, I jumped out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is there all of that?
Well, I don't need a cutscene for that.
Why? Yeah. Why is all of that happening? Why? You know what I mean? But I'm at the point now where I'm enjoying it, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then lastly, Doom Eternal came to Xbox Games Pass, and now I'm playing on the PC Games Pass, and I'm now playing it with my computer instead of Xbox, and it's just so. That game is fucking stupid. That game is so good.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal is such a good game, and playing it with like nicer graphics and like, you know, mouse and keyboard. God, that game is so good. If you have Xbox Game Pass and you have a nice PC, do yourself a favor. Play Doom Eternal.
I'm getting kind of
fire.
jealous of this Games Pass thing, man. Like PlayStation doesn't have anything good like this.
I'm
and,
telling
Yeah,
you,
they
yeah.
do. What are you talking about?
They,
Oh,
they-
yes.
they
Oh,
what are you
have-
talking?
they
What are you talking about?
have
You talking
something.
about
But
PS
here's the
Now?
No,
Wait.
PS Plus, it's fine.
But even so, but no. Here's why, and I'm glad you said that, Josh. Thank you very much. Because here's the thing.
You're welcome. I read your
PlayStation-
mind.
PlayStation has always had the exclusive. Is Atreyu on your lap? I just saw hair fly up.
No, that's just living in my household. And I have a maid, by the way, and she was
oh,
even
God.
like, "This is
Cat hair.
ridiculous."
Atreyu. He has a cat, by the way, Hutch or Hooch. That's why. Don't think.
Oh no,
he
no.
has random hair flying around.
I have a dog. I have random hair flying
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I think, and I've said this many times. I don't think console wars should be a thing. If you like PlayStation, fine. You like Xbox, fine. Whatever. I think the nice thing that Xbox is doing is that they're integrating hard between PC and their consoles, right? So it used to be before when there was there used to be separated PC Games Pass, console Games Pass, Xbox Unlimited for multiplaying. Now it's all one service. It's just Xbox. Actually, I think it's Xbox Unlimited. Whatever it is.
There's two levels of it. You have
Yeah.
Game Pass and then Unlimited.
Yeah. So Unlimited is the way to go. There's no even point to even do Games Pass. Like, honestly. So Unlimited, I have Games Pass for my PC, which has that library of games that rotate in and out. Games Pass for my console. And then I have Xbox Gold for multiplayer. It's all one thing. And it's awesome because it's just really good integration between PC and console. And at some point, I guarantee you, it's just going to be full integration between PC and Xbox. We probably won't see that as much with Sony, but unless Sony like opens up the ability to have more crossplay. I know that, like they've been weird in the past, especially like Fortnite and stuff like that. But I think that crossplay is a feature. I don't think it has to be one console better than the other. It's just if you like playing on PlayStation, that's fine. If you like playing Xbox, fine. I chose to not get the newest console, the newest Xbox. I chose to instead upgrade my computer more than I would have previously. But it's just really cool that I have that. Like I open up the Xbox desktop app, and now EA Play is on it, so I have all of like the cool EA games on there, and that's all. Mind you, I don't like saying free. I am paying for a service, but all the Halos, all the Forzas, all the Crysises are there. It tells you when things are leaving, whatever. So it's just like a bunch of games are just there, and then I could play those there, and maybe they don't have a game on there. I open up my Xbox and there's. I don't know. I think it's just a nice service, pretty much.
And how much is that a month?
I think Ultimate is $15, whereas before it used to be like the desktop PC was $5 a month, and Games Pass was like I think 10 or 12 maybe, I don't know, whatever it was, and then you had Xbox Gold, which was your multiplayer, which was however much. But now it's all just one thing between, and don't forget, it's one thing between two different entities. My PC and my console. It's not like I'm so.
You know what
There's
I heard?
lots
I
of
heard
crossover.
past that entire thing you said.
Yeah.
Xbox sucks and PlayStation's awesome. I'm kidding.
What I thought was funny was you said good EA games. Like there's an oxymoron.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Whoa. Once upon a time, EA used to make dope games. Okay.
I worked for the company for 12 years. I
Really?
know very well what
Really?
they're capable
That's
of doing.
Okay, so let me tell you that the gravest mistake that they ever made was number one, they got rid of NCAA football. That was
They
mistake
had no
number
choice.
one.
They had no choice.
What do you mean they had no choice?
You didn't hear about the legal action?
No.
Oh, they were sued.
I know nothing about.
So yeah,
By who?
okay. So there was a whole big thing where, our college athletes, they don't get paid, but EA
as they
was
shouldn't.
using
Yeah.
yes, but EA was still using their likenesses in the college games. So a group. It started way back with Ed O'Bannon in the NCAA basketball series, but then it got moved forward where all of a sudden they were like, no, anything NCAA. So they decided to stop making NCAA football as a result of the lawsuit. It's coming back though.
That's I know, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah,
but
it
that
was-
Let's back up. Why shouldn't college athletes be paid
because
for,
I
for
think
performing
that
a service?
because I think that that's why I don't watch the NFL, because I find that NFL player, because any professional athlete, once they start getting money, a lot of the performance is based off their value in terms of money, and as opposed to what they value or what they provide as a team player. Like I find college football and college basketball to be far more entertaining because the players are hungry, right? They're trying to earn their paycheck. They're trying to earn their way into the next level. And that's why I think it's better. I mean, if you want to pay them like minimal amounts of money, that's fine, but they're already getting a full ride to a giant
Not
school.
always.
They got a lot
No.
of free things.
So here's
not
the-
every player, but the majority of them are. The players that are going to make it to the NFL do.
It doesn't work that way.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
No, well, hold on. I don't want to sound this like I know everything. I do everything. My brother played college football and made it to the NFL, so I can I was in the similar standpoint where you were. I'm like, well, why shouldn't you get paid? Why should you get paid? You're getting a scholarship, and it's like when you reach a point in college sports where it is your thing and you're there for it, it consumes your entire time. You can't get a job, you can't do anything else really, but they're not giving you enough money to live. Like you have a scholarship, but your stipend doesn't give you money to like do something like, hey, I'm gonna go out and maybe get something to eat, or I need to do laundry. I need to pay quarters to do laundry. So
Well,
You
then
can't
you're
get sponsorships either.
okay. So what you're talking about are basic necessities, which
Yes.
I'm a human being. I wouldn't refute that. Okay,
Yeah.
but I don't believe that college players should be making millions of dollars.
No,
That's where I'll draw the line.
now
But
here's
if what
the
you're
other side.
talking about, I mean, look, I only know because I have
screen
friends
just
that
get
played football at UT, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were well taken care of at UT. Like,
It
so
depends
it's
on the program.
definitely a program by program basis.
Yes,
But
yes.
like, then again, where I went to school, MTSU, kids were not getting full rides to play football there, even though it was a D1 school. So a lot of the guys did have the option of going out and getting jobs and things like that. But
Yeah.
like, anyways, I'm
No,
not
you
an
bring up-
asshole. I genuinely feel that athletes at the college level perform better because they're hungrier to earn that paycheck. Whereas when they get to the NFL, yeah, they're good, but then you get all the showboating shit involved, and there's the there's a lot of politics involved in professional sports nowadays, and I just don't. I look, dude, I grew up in the days of like Reggie White, Junior Seau, I don't know, dude. I grew up in like early times of football when it was like it was tough and dudes were fucking resilient. Nowadays, I just find a lot of athletes to be very like I don't know, man.
Well,
So-
either way, like if your likeness is being sold and you're not getting compensated for
That's
it,
really
that's
what it is.
wrong.
Yep. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Especially
You're
like,
being
if people
you're
are paying
being
a ticket.
exploited.
That's what.
Yeah,
really
there's a
kills-
lot
it's
of-
really so much like what really gets it for me is if a ticket is being sold for me to perform a service and I receive none of the revenue for said ticket being sold for my service to be performed.
Yeah.
Like that's what really I think is because like school like college. I mean the institution of college is.
But do
just
you think
such
that?
a money grab and so
But let
many
me ask you
aspects.
this: this is where I have a problem with what you just said. Are you talking about as a college athlete, if people are paying to come see you perform, then you deserve to get a cut of it?
I mean, anyone who performs a service should get compensated, regardless of what they're doing.
So college football isn't about you, Ashley Pastrami. It's about the team. That's the problem. So
Yeah, but
like
the te-
that's
Hold on.
I think that's a
Yeah.
hard grasp. That's
It
so.
is.
So you think that? Okay. So you think
the
that
player sitting on the bench that doesn't play at all should still get paid. He's part of the team. Anyone should be paid that's sitting.
as someone
on
that rode the
floor.
bench for them teams, I agree with you to a certain extent. But,
Anyone
but
that's
like,
part of the team at all, down
but what
to
you're
the
saying, but
locker
what you're
person,
saying is
whatever,
that, but what you're saying is that if you are performing a service,
I
then
use you as the general
should
ser-
be
as the
paid.
general-
Right,
as the
but
general-
that's the difference between college level sports and professional sports is that the players view it as like the fans are coming to see me. I'm trying to think of a player. What's the quarterback for?
It doesn't matter. No.
I mean,
you're taking
it's-
this in a weird direction. I'm not saying it matters not about the specific person. If you
As an
the
entity.
entity as any whatever
Okay.
performers are performing a service, you should be paid for it, regardless if I am playing or not or whatever. I'm a part of the team. That people are coming to see the team.
So what do
They
you
should be
think?
paid.
How do you think? So just out of
You're the
curiosity, how
capitalist
would
here.
you?
You should be about this. You should be paid for your services. Like,
Dude, I play devil's advocate on everything, man. I got to see both sides of everything.
there should
So anyways,
be,
so
you're part of the
well, so
commodity.
this is the thing. If you're talking about giving money
be a
to
long
collegiate
podcast.
athletes, then are you talking like everybody should receive the same amount of money, or
No,
certain positions should
this-
receive more than others?
regardless.
Because that's how it is on an NFL level, and that's the slippery slope that gets
I
caught
mean,
That's not
started
what
when
we're
you're
saying.
talking
It's
about
I don't even
collegiate
care
athletes.
about. I
based
mean,
off
I
your
don't care about the
performance.
NFL. I don't care about the NFL in any way. I don't care. The whole thing in terms of the money attached to sports in America
Sure.
is already bad. We could talk about that system all day long.
Well,
how
yeah, I
bad
mean,
that is.
yeah,
But
yeah.
regardless, like this is why I'm against free unpaid internships. This is why I'm against not any kind of
See, I guess
any
like
of
I
that's-
did all of these things, so for me it doesn't like I guess since I went through a lot of that stuff, it doesn't hold the same weight to me because as a chef, you literally have to do unpaid internships to get a job.
And
Like
that's
it's
Yeah,
literally.
but that's not
you don't-
fair.
That's
Yeah.
wrong. Not being.
I mean, it
paid
may not
for
be fair,
performing a
but that's
service.
literally what everybody I've known has ever had
I know.
to do.
That's why we're
so-
trying to change that.
Yeah.
Labor rights. Again, like I'm very into obviously labor rights, and that's why I find. But this is so funny. How long have we been talking about this? That's
20
why I
minutes.
It's a good
find-
topic though, man.
20
Hey, it's a
minutes.
good
That's why I
topic.
find
We haven't
it
been talking about it for
time-
20 minutes, like 17
We've
minutes
been
maybe.
live
Counter.
we've been live
Counter.
for 20 minutes.
It's 22 minutes.
We've been live for 28
As
minutes.
as someone I care a lot about the rights of a laborer and laborer in the general term, the general sense, not necessarily just having to pick up a piece of wood to move it over there. Any service you provide, you should be paid for it. And when you're not, and I'm sure you can give us the horror stories of like young chefs who are working for free to get a job, being completely, taken advantage of, like emotionally, physically ruined, any of that stuff. And that's why I think it's wrong. I think it's one thing to say, I'm willing to do this, I'll do it. But at the same time, there's a line where you are just being taken advantage of, and the
And
person
exploited,
who
yeah.
can pay you, because don't get it twisted, colleges get a shit ton of money. They get
shouldn't.
tax breaks to do these things. They do all that. Like they can pay these people, NFL and the NFL teams get massive tax breaks from the government. They get all this shit. They can pay properly for whoever and all, what, like there can be a change in that system of who gets paid and why they get paid, whatever. But exploitation of laborers is, I think, a very serious very serious issue. But
Either way.
So, anyways, NCAA 2021, I'm gonna be purchasing it.
Part of
And
the
you know
problem.
what?
It's great.
You know what?
You,
I wouldn't be upset if $1 of that went to a player on each team that is out in the game. You know?
yeah. Although, so
I actually want to even go back even further. What did you do at EA?
Oh, so I was in the certification department, which basically deals with compliance for submission to first party, right? So we made sure the game followed the technical specifications and rules set down by Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's the best
Dang,
game.
it's wild.
It's the best football game
See,
ever.
that's interesting because you probably worked on like in a more foundational sense for the company. Were there any specific titles that you can directly? I certified that or that or that. I mean, is that a thing? Is that a weird question?
I saw every single game that came through that company from 1999 to 2009, and
That's
then
cool.
and then I switched from a kind of like central services role to a more specific development with like specific teams in like 2013, 14, and 15. So yeah, as I said, you can anything that came out between 1999 2009, I saw it, I know about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
that's the
was-
thing. You know, I think I'm sure being in on the ground floor, your opinion could be good or bad of the joint, but. Some of my I wouldn't say some of my favorite games, but a few games that came out of EA, especially like Dead Space 1, I think is still up there as one of my favorite games of all time. Like
Dead Space was fantastic.
like-
I saw an early build of it, and I remember what they were doing with the UI.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like the UI on the side of the screen. It was a HUD that
different.
popped up thing.
Yeah,
and the
dude.
first time I saw that, I said, this is freaking amazing.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
Yep.
One of the
That's cool.
coolest things I got to see while I was there was Microsoft came out before the Xbox 360, and they were telling us about what their plans were for the console.
Yeah.
And the guy was running through all the things, and he was like, gamers like to be able to show off what they've done, this and that. And he was leading into explaining how the achievements system was going to work.
Yeah.
The second he started talking about that, I said, there's no bigger thing that's going to happen from this than players being able to flip their e-peen out onto the desk and say, this is how huge I am.
Right.
And achievements.
It's funny you
gonna
say
blow
that.
up.
That's where this podcast came from.
We are literally overachievers. That's literally what this came from. I love the
Yeah.
platinum games and do all the trophy collections.
It's like kind of
100%.
gross the amount of games you've platinumed in the sense of
It's like 52,
Time.
something
Like
like that.
I've tried to like even come close to him, but I get like 3/4 of the way through most games, and I'm like, I can't look at this game for another minute.
No. Yeah.
I honestly I don't think I've actually ever fully. Can you look online on your Xbox?
You
point?
should
could
be able to,
probably,
yeah.
yeah.
If you
I
have the
did,
app, you can look it up.
I did Resident Evil 7 recently. Fantastic. I did Resident Evil 3. I tried out Resident Evil 2, and then like one of them, I'm just like, nope, ain't gonna happen. Like there's
tough.
like one achievement on there. It's like I can't remember. It was like don't get hit or something like you can only use like one healing item, and I'm like,
Oh, God.
no
That's not gonna
way.
happen.
Yeah, there's the one
Like-
healing item that you have to use because you get like infected by the
Dude,
insect. or
now
whatever.
let me tell you that I fucked up big time on Resident Evil 7 with that because I didn't realize that it makes you use the box 3 times in the game. And at the beginning of the game, I'm like, yeah, I'll just open the box real quick so I can pull out the chainsaw, or the buzzsaw or whatever, and I'll just roam through the game. Got to the end, and I'm like, this fucking game is making me use the box. Like, no, like I'm like 2.5 hours into my run, and I'm like, why? So yeah. They'll mess with you like that.
It's great. All right, so what else are you playing, Dom, or is that it?
Yeah, right now, I mean, obviously, Phasmophobia, like sometimes Apex Legends. That's just in the background, really. It's mostly at this point Outriders and finishing Doom Eternal. I actually, because they came with 2 DLCs for it. I never played them because I didn't want to get them on
For what game? For Doom?
Eternal.
Doom
Doom.
Eternal. Yeah, there's 2. There's like
The Ancient
was it,
Gods
like-
or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
Ancient God, like something like that. Yeah.
Does it
I'm
still have
excited
amazing
to-
metal music while it's playing?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
The music
I-
it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. I've heard so many good things about Doom Eternal. I tried to play the
Dude,
first Doom.
so good.
It didn't grab me. Kind of like with you with the Outriders in the
Doom
beginning.
Gen
It
Wait,
didn't
wait,
start-
wait. Are you talking about like Doom, like the original
No,
Doom?
okay, the re-release Doom. I was around
Oh,
for the
okay,
original
okay.
Doom, and that was awesome.
You talking about Doom 2016, the one that
yeah.
came out? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, to be honest, I didn't play that one either.
Okay.
I kind of forgot when it was happening. 2016 was like a lot of games at the time, and I don't know, for some reason Doom wasn't whatever. I played Doom Eternal, and I just read all the lore from that, because that Doom 2016 does go into Doom Eternal in some way.
Okay.
I will say, like, Doom Eternal is the most Doom game that I think ever existed. It's so Doom, and also the great thing is that all the music from it is from the game, so you don't have to worry about like copyright bullshit now with like streaming.
Streaming,
but like, it's just really good. My favorite thing about the game is I watched the developers. It was like I think it's a series. I think someone's doing this where they put a speedrunner of a game, and they also get the developers of the game, and the developers will watch the speedrunner do it live. And so you have all the developers of Doom, and they're watching this jerk just like blow through shit using exploits that like it's so funny, and they're just like, wait, what? No, wait, what? It's like it's hilarious. The game's great. I honestly can't praise. I think it was my favorite game of when we did the end of the year episode from 2 years ago. That's when I think it was 2018, 2019. Either way, honestly, if you have Games Pass, like it's on both console or PC.
Yeah. I would play a game like that on PC, but I'm glad you mentioned that it is on Game Pass, because I do have the Game Pass Ultimate for my PC.
Dude,
so
I'm telling you, also the story is fucking, because Doom never had a story, right? You're just a soldier killing some
Space Marine.
Doom guy.
You're a
Doom guy.
But now there's an actual story, and the story is fucking cool, dude.
Okay.
It's like I'm like, you guys thought of this, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will have to say, it's hard to just pick back up when you're like, okay, I'm going to go back into Doom and play it again, because that's what I was like, I'm going to play this again because they did the update for PS5. Like, I'm going to play Doom Eternal. I got dropped into a pit and like died within 3 seconds. Like, I don't remember how to play this game. I'm just getting my ass kicked. But then I ended up getting through it.
One thing I will say before we move on is with Outriders. Outriders was 100% made for either the newest consoles or PC, and I'm playing on an Xbox One X, and it's not bad, but there are laggy moments, and it's like clearly this was. So if you are gonna play it on console, just be ready for that. If you don't have an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, there is like a lagginess with the last gen consoles with it. I'm still deciding if I want to buy it on PC, so that's why I'm playing it for free for now. And if I do end up really liking it, then I'll get it for PC. I don't have to worry about any of that. But,
you get some hitching on PC as well. They're trying to work. They're trying to work on it. They've been very vocal about.
Are you playing on PC?
Yeah, I'm playing it on PC.
Okay.
But they've been very vocal about some of the performance problems they've been having. And
I've seen. Yeah, they've updated. They fixed some of the crossplay stuff. I have seen that. That is a nice. Obviously, communication is always.
Yeah. Well, not just that. Like, there are still like hitchy moments within the game where it'll just kind of jerk, and they'll be like, no, we know it, and we're going to try to fix it. But they also allow you to either run it on DX12 or DirectX 11.
That's good to know.
So you can switch between that. So if 12 is a little chunky for you, you can drop down to 11.
Cool. That's pretty good. I'm very excited to try it out whenever it comes on sale for PS5. So that's probably when I'll pick it up. Since it's not a games of service, I was like, I could wait on this. I have so many other games.
I'm sure that was a big deal for them to get it on Games Pass on launch for Xbox. That must have been a huge.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I was kind of a bummer though. It was only for console. I was like really excited to play it on PC with it. I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
If I hadn't already committed to playing it, I would have been like, no, because you didn't bring it to me on PC. You only gave it to the console guys. Forget you.
Yeah, 100%. But all right, Josh, what are you playing?
Well, first off, I'd like to say that my other favorite EA game, which I wanted to bring this back up, Tiger Woods Golf. That was one of the best golfing games ever, Hooch. Awesome. And I'm also very excited that it's coming out. Full disclosure, I'm not a sports gamer anymore. It's been a while, but those two titles were legendary for my childhood with my friends. And now that we have online play, we've been preparing a lot of shit talking, and it's gonna be a lot. We're very excited about it.
Tiger Woods was fun. Did you ever hear about the Tiger Woods 99 fiasco?
I don't think I did. No.
Okay.
Hear it.
Tiger Woods 99 was on a PlayStation. Was on the PlayStation disc. Right?
Yeah.
The problem is, back in those PlayStation days, you had to have a certain amount of space taken up on the disc. So you needed buffer files. Somebody got the idea of adding the South Park Christmas episode as a buffer file.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
But that's just it. If you put it on your PlayStation, you didn't see it. Put it in your PC, however,
get out of here.
You could see the file and play the South Park Christmas episode. Yeah.
I
Oh
actually
my
believe I
God.
have Tiger Woods 99 on PlayStation 2. So,
It-
or it was
it-
a PlayStation 3. I
It was
can't remember.
PlayStation. No, it was PS1. It was the very first
Was it
PlayStation.
PS1?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because PS2
Oh yeah,
didn't
because
come
PS2
out
came out in
till
what, like
99,
02
2000 or something like.
No, I think it came out in 02 or 03 because I remember the first Madden. It was what's his face, Eddie George from the Titans, and they had just gone to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I would have been like a sophomore.
I want to say it's 02
junior in
because
high
I was a
school.
senior in high school. And
Was it
Yeah.
02?
I want to say
It
because I
might have
went
been,
and
yeah, because I
gotten
think I was a
it.
junior or sophomore in high school.
It
Anyway,
came out
um,
in
Awesome.
Japan 2000 in
Okay.
North America. No, yeah, North America is 2000.
2000. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
No,
I remember.
October 26th.
Yep.
26th. October 25th.
25th.
Yeah, that era
Watch
is
too much
pretty
boxing.
sharp for me for console releases since I've lived through
Yeah,
literally
apparently
every
so.
console generation we've had.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Wow.
So what am I playing right now? So I am playing way too much Wild Rift, which is a
Ooh.
phenomenal
Oh,
port
yeah.
of. Actually, I don't even want to say it's a
having
port.
fun?
I'm having a lot of fun. I hit
Yeah.
gold 4 last night, which it has
Wow,
taken
look at
me
you.
years to get to gold in League of Legends on PC. On the
Are
Wild
you
Rift
playing at
version,
spots like me? Is that what's
no,
going on?
no.
Never-
No.
never
I'm
forget.
slapping fools, okay? I'm clapping
Never
on
forget.
kids, Last night
I'm
I
downloading
definitely
right
went
now.
on a 8-game win streak, and it was beautiful. But
That's awesome.
it's a lot of fun. I swear, dude, it's kind of weird, right? Because I've been playing League since it came out in, I think it was like 2010 or 2009. I played like the very, very early beta of it, and when I've always been a fan of League, and I still play to this day. So this version of it is like it's better than regular League in every way. Like they've made it faster, the games are shorter, they eliminated just a lot. I don't know, like the games are like 15 to 20 minutes as opposed to a regular League game can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 55
Forever.
minutes. Yeah, and that's like the most infuriating circumstance. But it's a great game, man. The graphics are incredible. I don't know. It's fun, man. I really like it. My friends and I like it. We can hop on. My friend and I were playing ARAMs the other day for lunch. ARAMs like it randomly gives you a champion, and it's a 5v5 match where you just meet in the middle and duke it out nonstop.
Nice.
And like we just got 2 games in our lunch break real quick, so it was fun. It's like I find it to be a very good version of League of Legends, and honestly I kind of feel like it's better in every way, but I'm still I'm nostalgic. I still get on and play the PC version with my friends. But if anybody out there likes mobile games and you like MOBAs, dude, it's a fantastic port of
Downloading
League
it
of
right
Legends.
We don't like
So-
mobile
Yeah,
games around here.
it's huh
We don't
we
like
like mobile
We
games
really like
around
mobile
here?
games. No,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Have you? So one thing I noticed is I have it on BlueStacks,
Sure.
and
yeah.
it is very, very friendly for BlueStacks.
Really?
Yes. It recognizes you're playing on BlueStacks, and it'll allow you to use the WASD
I'm gonna
controller.
have to
and
try that out.
you can play it like a typical MOBA, so you can use your mouse and keyboard on BlueStacks.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, well.
Yes. Yeah.
See, now this makes me wonder if, because there's people I've played against, and they're playing like Lee Sin, for example, and they'll pull off these combos. Like they'll like
They're probably
throw a
playing
ward
on-
down, E over to it, Q me, come over, kick me back, and then flash back to the ward. And I'm like, bro, that's a high level. Like that's a very mechanical
I'm sure they're
play
playing
to
on
make.
PC.
Like I've seen people do it to me a million times. I'm a jungle main, so like I duke it out against Lee Sins all the time. And when this dude did this to me, I was like, this motherfucker is like, he is blasting off right now. Like his fingers must be like he must be just like furiously tapping shit. But that makes more sense to me now,
He was
and I did
playing
not
on
know
BlueStacks,
that, which
probably.
makes me feel like even more of a badass that I have gotten to gold with on my little iPhone, But that's hilarious.
Yeah. I fired it up on BlueStacks, and it was like, oh, you're playing on PC. Have you played on PC
No
before? I was
way.
like, what? And
I'm
then
down. I'm gonna
yeah,
try that out
I-
today, man.
I stepped through that. It was just amazing the support that they had for it. You could change your keyboard commands. You could there's so much, and to me that's awesome for them
Yeah.
to recognize
Yeah.
that BlueStacks is a thing. Our best bet is to lean into it, not try and block it or whatever.
I'm sorry, but for me, Riot Games has got to be one of the best game studios
I'm really
out
excited.
there.
Well-
They're in MMO stuff right now. Or
Well,
aren't
actually, they didn't
Well,
make
they're-
this game technically, right? Aren't they outsourcing a lot of these projects to other game studios?
Could be. Yeah, I think they are making a League MMO at some point.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no. They're making League MMO. They just hired. They're going to make an entire like cinematic series for the League of Legends lore. They have what they did Runeterra. They did Wild Rift. They did what's the other one? TFT. I can't think of the name.
TFT,
Of it. Team Fight Tactics.
Team Fight Tactics.
They did Team Fight Tactics. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all the
really
LOL.
big,
It's
isn't
all
it?
the LOL characters.
Yeah, they basically ripped off Dota chess. I mean, that's basically what they did. And so or
Is
auto
Dota
chess,
still a
I guess
thing?
is what it's called.
So-
yeah, Dota auto chess was really popular for a while until TFT came out.
Funny story about TFT is when I started working at my current place, I switched over to a new project, and everyone on the project was playing TFT. And I was like, I'm not going to play it because you have to have the game in one window, and on the other monitor, you have to have a whole cheat sheet of the items in order to figure out what you're doing. Like, no, that's too complicated. I don't want to
too
do all that.
much.
Yeah.
That's too
So
much.
I resisted for about a month, and then I got caught up, and I got really caught up. And we were playing TFT every day at lunch. We had a little trophy for whoever won. They got to keep the trophy for the day. And yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
was
awesome.
yeah.
That's cool.
It was
I
good.
mean, it is a very advanced version of chess because
Yeah.
you're talking about they're all tactics, right? And it's all counter moves. So I mean, it's like it's just chess on a cracked out level, in my opinion. But
And
anyways,
they also
yeah,
have that for mobile too. Team Fight Tactics.
Yes, they
is
do.
on Mobile.
yeah, that's the thing, dude. I feel like they have like really done an amazing job with creating these games on PC, and they're bringing them to mobile as well. And like the mobile version is not bad. Like I actually
No,
thought that
integration is the future. You have to be integrating
Yeah.
shit. You have to.
Well-
you have to make it between because like
Yeah.
it's crazy to me that this still isn't a thing with every game studio. Make
mean
it
like
so
it's
that
not like a
anyone can
norm
play
across
it
the
on
board?
anything. Like,
Well, Riot has leaned heavily into exploring their IP and using it to get everybody connected regardless of where you are. They want you to engage with the League of Legends IP and universe. And they're like, oh, you like auto chess? Here, play TFT. Oh, you like card games? Play Runeterra. Oh, you like MOBA, the original? Then fine, we've got LoL. Oh, LoL too hard? Fine, we'll give you Rift. You know, and you've got the MMO
That's
coming. You've got, yeah, so
It's
like
actually
you're-
true. That's very
Yeah,
true.
that's
It's,
very
it is a
funny.
lot easier
Lol
than
too
regular
hard,
League.
here's
I'll
Rift.
tell you right now. I will tell you full disclosure. It is way easier than regular League.
I would
way
think it has
easier.
to be right.
Well, I mean, the other
yeah.
thing, like for example, like I can be tapping the auto attack button, and it actually has the reticle for what the extension of my range is. Whereas in regular League, you're clicking on your enemies, you have no idea what the range is of any of your abilities. If you're unless you're not using SmartCast, and if you're not using SmartCast, you're probably going to get eaten by people that are. So it's like. It's so much like I can kite people night and day, dude. Like I just know it's so much. I don't know, dude. In my opinion, way better. So, anyways, what else am I playing? I just beat Code Veronica, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I think that is an incredible game. I was actually really surprised at how much storyline was in it that I had no idea about. Because Huge, I've been going through and I've been playing all the Resident Evil games over again in preparation for 8, which I'm get to why you don't want to play 8 here in a minute, but so it was really cool. They were doing a sale the other day, and I got Resident Evil 0 for $5. It was like knocked down from 20. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Resident Evil
hell yeah.
0.
Yeah, so Resident Evil 0 takes place. Actually, I'm just starting it,
GameCube
and it's
stick.
actually really hard. It's probably one of the hardest ones I played by far.
Yeah, 'cause
And
I like the mechanic that they have where like you can switch characters, but your other character stays in place, and the world's still happening. So if you switch in and like if there's a zombie around or something, and you switch in, you come back, you die, or you're just
Yep.
like randomly doing something, your character dies. Like they just
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
that has been the hardest thing for me to get used to because I'm like so used to the survival horror instinct of like, yeah, let me just go real slow and save every single bullet, and I'm not even thinking about, oh, I left homeboy back in the other corner of the room and this zombie's coming out and I'm over here trying to shoot him, knife him, save my ammo, and this guy's getting eaten over there and I have no idea it's even happening, and then it's like he just dies and I'm like, oh, okay, this is different kind of Resident Evil game.
yeah. And then you also share items too. So if you take all the items, like all the bullets and whatnot, and then your other character's running through and they don't have any items. So there's
Oh.
that
That
too.
also happened to me. Came to a part where I had to control that other character, and I had every item on Rebecca, and I'm like, cool, I guess I'll just go and restart the game again, because can't just load an autosave real quick, because
No, didn't have
There
that.
was
back then.
games from the early 2000s were not that convenient.
Do you guys
know?
remember
Like,
fucking save cartridges? A physical
yeah.
entity? God, what?
Memory card.
What?
Yeah.
I remember when I first got the PlayStation 2. I was playing Final Fantasy X, Me and my buddy, like, I just saved all my goddamn money from washing dishes so long to get this. I didn't know I needed. That was the first PlayStation I had. I didn't know I needed a
Memory card.
memory card.
Yeah.
So I was like, Billy, we can't turn this off. I don't have. I can't afford, because I was the one that bought it, and my best friend was over the time. I was like, I can't afford to get a memory card right now. We just cannot. My mother's like, Mom, just do me a huge favor. Come in my room. Please do not turn off the little glowing, the black box with the blue light in it. Please do not turn that off. Whatever you do, turn off anything else. Don't turn that off. Yeah. What a time to be alive.
What
And
did
then
she
you
do?
had a
She
power
turned it off.
outage.
Yeah.
Thank God. No,
It's
that
funny,
never
like
happened, thank
we
God.
all like the four of us are all old enough to where like we grew up in the era of there is no such thing as saving or autosave. Like these are not features. Like you in Resident Evil, you get ink ribbons. If you don't save, you're going back to the last time you saved, and if you never saved, you donezo, man. Restart the game. And it's so funny to me that after when you play modern games, they all come with autosave. Like, and you could turn it off in some of them,
It's
but
natural at this point.
it's natural. Like prime example, like Bloodborne or Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Like
Dark Souls,
I used to get real cheeky and be like, oh, I'd rage it out and be like, oh fuck, like throw the controller. I'm gonna shut this off and come back later. And it's like you started up, you died. I'm like, oh, convenient that you guys just like auto saved to remind me that I got screwed last time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just start me off on the wrong page. But
That's funny.
it's one of those nuances of modern day gaming that I think that a lot of people take for granted. Like they have no idea what it's like to.
It's funny you mentioned the Dark Souls thing, because that was just gaming back when,
Yeah.
in the old days. There was no, they were hard. They were purposely hard, and they made you feel like they're bitch. That's what games did back then. Like, hey guys, I remember trying to beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it came out, right? I was there when Atari crashed the entire gaming market because that game was horrible. It was hard. There were no instructions on how to do anything. Yeah, I remember all of that.
Yep.
So anybody now, they're like, well, this game's too tough. They literally handhold you through everything. Auto saves. You can look up on the internet on how to beat certain parts, game guides, all sorts. It's like, no, I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
Game
100%.
genies. A lot of stuff.
Game
Are
Genie.
you muted, Josh?
Sounds like it is.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. You were
No.
for a second. Yeah, you're talking.
No, that's weird. Maybe it was a good thing.
That was like the game Vector Man. No, there was no saving.
No,
He just went back. Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah, it looks like he froze.
Oh, Bubby.
Just give it a second. Oh, it's always always some technical issue that happens with us for here. So we'll see what happens.
Write down this 32 alphanumeric code to return to your last point.
Yeah,
That's
that was the other
hilarious.
thing too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was like the pinnacle of like how to automatically save is when you had like the save codes. So.
That's like, I remember if you wanted to cheat, there were other codes online you could find.
You could find, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, then the copy protection from PC games in the form of write down the third word on the second paragraph on page 16.
Right. Yeah.
Of the manual.
Hold on one second. I'm going to restart the
It
recording.
didn't start. Well, it's just recording still for me.
Yeah, I don't think he actually quit.
I just refreshed it.
I have 5. I'm just going to restart it real quick.
Okay.
It was weird
that's
because
safe.
like I said, like I unmuted my mic, and then all of a sudden, all three of the boxes went black, and I don't know.
All right,
I got rid of the Squadcast sucks for my name because maybe somebody from Squadcast loaded
They
up.
saw it,
and
and
they're like,
they're like,
oh, we
They're like,
suck, do we? F.
We're gonna get you.
All right. So anything else you're playing, Chef, or is that pretty much it? Just going through all the Resident Evils and Wild Rift?
Yeah. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but I actually been playing a stupid amount of Wild Rift. Like, I really like the
Doesn't
game.
sound bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound bad.
It's kind of and I'm preparing for TBC to come out, so I got like a whole crew of my original guys that I played World of Warcraft with, like when I was running a guild way back in the day, and there's probably like 7 or 8 of us that are reconvening, and we have like a whole reroll crew, and I'm really excited about it because I'm gonna play a Holy Paladin, and I'm gonna be a filthy casual. I'm gonna buy to get a boost so I can walk right into TBC. I was actually funny. I was watching a video of Asmongold and one of his buddies talking about it last night. And the guy's like, if you are the type of person that's going to buy a boost, go ahead and jump off of a cliff because you're a piece of shit. And I was like, oh, I'm just a guy that owns a business and I don't have, I don't have 200 hours to sit down and grind to level 58 when all I really want to do is just play TBC with my homies. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me. I'm so good. I can.
That's all.
And
that
then
guy
we
does.
then we lose
That's
Chef
all I need to
immediately
know.
because he's tapping on this.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
That's funny.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Hooch, what are you playing these days?
Kind of like Dom, I've been hitting up a lot of Outriders. So the problem we have in an ANR group is whenever we decide to play a game with Chew, we have to play the game quickly because he will
God,
just
right?
he would just go
Yeah.
way past the rest of us, get
I
to
can,
the
I
end
can
game.
see that so easily.
Yeah. So Pika and I at one point were having a conversation with him, and he's like, "Oh, there's like 22 or 30 to 40 hours or whatever in gameplay," and we said, "So 10 to 12 for you, right? It's you're just gonna eat it up that quickly." And he goes, "No, I'm gonna take time." He comes back the next day or a couple days later, goes, "Okay, so I beat the campaign or story mode. It took 22 hours. We're like, we fucking called it."
Yeah.
You know, and so he got there before really any of us could like actually play the game reliably. So
Right.
he's sitting waiting for us at end game, and he's like, "Okay, you guys, I'm getting kind of bored. I might move on to something else." But Pika and I are slowly plodding through it. So I've hit
Yeah.
the final end of the story. I'm doing some of the end game stuff, and I have a lot of the same praises for it that Dom had. Like it's a little bit of Division, a little bit of Diablo, a little bit of what did you say the other one was? But
Mass Effect.
yeah, a little bit of Mass Effect. Yes, exactly. And some of the same frustrations. Why do we need a cutscene for this? I don't need it.
For this?
Yeah.
Why do we need a cutscene?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably my biggest beef is the Mass Effect's like kind of
Yeah.
cinematics and cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably it.
Yeah, one of the other
Until I get
problems
to
I had with I don't know how far you are in the story, so I don't want to give anything
Level
away or
10.
anything. Okay, so yeah, you still got quite
Just
a ways
started.
to go. But one feature that happens to come in later on is you get the ability to alter your gear. You can change your gear up as far as the mod slots that come with it.
I literally just unlocked that. Ability.
Okay, good. That really brings it to like more of a Diablo kind of feel because then you're like,
So should I not be? I'm glad you mentioned this because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk about. Well, I didn't know you were playing Outriders. I think I was gonna mention this in general of something that I probably shouldn't do, but now I actually have someone that's been playing a little further than me. Probably shouldn't be messing with the low level gear I have right now, right? Don't waste the resources. Like
No,
the drops
you're-
are more than fine, and then when I get to end game, then you can actually start. I figured
Yeah.
once I had the ability, once it was unlocked, I was like, all right, let me just add a mod to this green gun I have. Like why, and it used like 150 of the iron or whatever. And I was like, all right, never touching this again until I
oh,
get to
the
later.
iron, the leather, you'll get so much of that stuff. It's
okay.
the little pyramid stuff. You don't want to mess with those. You're gonna need those a
pyramid
lot.
stuff.
I can't remember what they're called. Titanium.
Oh, I
Don't
have
mess
none
with
of that
titanium.
anyway, so that's great.
Yeah, but when you start gathering titanium, you're gonna need more of that for the end game because then you're gonna want to
Okay.
mod your gear.
Good to
And
know.
you're gonna
Good to
have
know.
to be adjusting stuff. But you're right. As long as you're progressing through, use the best of whatever it is you have. You
Right,
can
so I
change your
figured,
skills
yeah.
to support that. The other thing also is don't be ashamed to drop down in world tier if you hit a point where because it'll auto push you to the whatever there's the
Yeah, I think
highest
I'm
if
at
you have that
5 right
option.
now. I don't
Yeah.
know, whatever.
Don't be mad if you have to be like, you know what, this got a little hard. I'm gonna drop it down a couple because it's fine to do that because the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
tier doesn't have much of a play in end game. All that does is feed into your ability to get some gear as you're progressing through the final end game stuff. They split it out.
Sure.
And I have to say, like, it's one of the games where when you get to the end game, they don't do a thing where they go, oh, we're gonna push you back to a point right before the final mission. And then you just do everything there. And then if you want to do the final mission, it's like, no, there is another final mission
Sure.
that you have to progress through the end game content in order to get through. That part's repetitive, yes, but still, like, it kind of like continues the story. So I think that's
Yeah.
why they don't have to do a games as a service, although it'd be better if it was games as a service, but it still opens up the possibility of making the game still fun to play and doesn't put you down
Right.
that
Well,
hole.
didn't they say they are going to do expansions, but they're not going to do?
Yeah.
They're not going to do like with Destiny. There's every once in a while there's pay to get some little thing, but then there's the big expansion where it's like a whole nother game.
Yeah. I hope they do because this game, I love the world. I
The world
love
is the world is definitely cool. It's
Yeah.
definitely a really cool world they built. Kind of a weird story when you first start. I'm sure more things will make more sense as time goes on for me.
yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, I agree. All the things I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, and it's glad to hear somebody else playing Outriders. And if you have Xbox, the Game Pass, you should just at least download it. If it's on console, if you have Xbox Game Pass and an Xbox, either the new generation or current, previous generation,
that's why I'm playing it.
yeah, just download it. It's at least worth trying.
Yeah.
I'm sure that once I get to a higher level and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna be playing this. I'll probably buy it on PC just to play it on a better system. Even though there are probably still a little bit of like small hitches there here and there, I could notice it on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Even though it's a 1X, like it doesn't matter. The new we're gonna start seeing this soon enough. Like you have to have a Series X or a PlayStation 5 for games. I mean, that's how it always goes. But
Yeah. Well, PS5 still doesn't have their like flagship marquee title where they're pushing the console to its technical limits. Like, weren't we promised 120 frames per second at 4K?
I think so. Yeah. I don't
No.
know. No, nothing. Yeah, nothing has been is out that does it yet. So I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. Well, I would have thought that Dark Souls or Demon Souls would have done something similar. Although that game was phenomenal. And on the
I thought it was
PS5.
only 60 frames though at 4K.
Yeah, it is definitely it is. But there's definitely something that is going to try to push it. But I don't know how they're going to do that.
Oh, it sounds like there's a problem with a PlayStation 5.
I have this TV right here that does 120 hertz at 4K because I have a PS5. This TV is not being used.
All I heard is that I'm not part of the cool kids club. I would have no idea about these problems.
No, yeah, you're definitely not
Okay,
part of the cool
John,
kids
you
club.
can get a PlayStation 5 now. All right.
No, I can't,
yes,
dude.
You can. Yes, you can.
Okay, I tell you what,
Dom has a PlayStation 5 already on order. That's
Like,
how.
I can go into Greenpoint right now, the little Polish mom and pop game shop. I guarantee it's a PlayStation 5 right there. I'll
You
go
see
get it
this
for you.
face?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I'm about to go. What's the
I will kiss you on the mouth in a no homo way.
I want it in all that way.
Okay.
Greenpoint game.
He's gonna go.
I'm not
He's
even
gonna
playing.
do it
I
right
have
now.
been.
He's really gonna do it.
I
Right now.
will.
He's checking it out.
I will Venmo you $550 right now.
First off, the
They're
place called
like-
Music Planet on the awning outside. It says CDs, MP3s. Like, could you go and buy an MP3? It doesn't matter.
You can buy a single MP3 for
See, that's
99
one thing.
cents.
Okay, that's one thing that sucks about where I live in comparison to you is that there are no mom and pop shops here. There's only GameStop or Target or
I
Walmart.
think this
And
place
it's
is
like,
a Russian mafia front, to be honest. If we're being for real.
That's the best.
You go in and there's just like two old dudes speaking. Well, I guess Polish, but they're like speaking in Polish. They look like. I'm not afraid of many people. Eastern Europeans, though, I don't fuck with Eastern Europeans. I don't care. I don't fuck with them. I don't mess with. I'm not afraid of a lot of people, but something like Eastern Europeans are nuts. And I walk in there, and I'm like, "Hello, sir. May I have that right there?" Because they're just terrifying people.
Have you been to Eastern Europe? I haven't,
No.
but I heard it's
God,
terrifying.
No. I fight as a hobby, and I follow a lot of like wrestling Instagrams, and a lot of them are all of like motherfuckers from like Russia, Dagestan, Azerbaijan, like Poland, all these like, and they're just like they're at another level of fighting, and they're terrifying. They're terrifying.
First world, they don't have first world problems.
No, if you lose in a wrestling match in Russia, you get sent to the gulag. You know what I'm saying? Like you're past. Wait, what? That was all weird. Okay. I'm sure it's still difficult to get a PlayStation 5. I just, from what I've seen, it seems like they're letting up a little bit. I just want you to be happy. That's
Yeah,
all.
no.
I just want you to
I
discourage and give up if you want a PlayStation 5.
No, I didn't give up. Dude, I'm a little bit of a weirdo. I kind of want to buy mine at somewhere where I can buy a extended warranty on it, just because I don't know. Like
No, I get it. Look, I got a Switch the first time they came out. I pre-ordered it.
Okay.
And I'm now on my second Switch because my first one, the battery expanded, and then it just died.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that I had an extended warranty on it till after the warranty had expired.
Always, dude. Always. I will say the biggest problem with the Switch, there's so many technical problems with the. I love the Switch, but between the Joy-Con shifting all the time. I'm very excited for this new rumored thing.
The new 4K one or whatever.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But
It's
are
gonna
you
be-
playing
it's
anything
gonna
else
be
besides
interesting.
Outriders?
Outriders. I did pick up Soulstorm just because it was free for PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
It's like, yeah,
I
let's
know
try to.
it.
Let's give it a shot. I haven't finished it or done really much out of the first level, but it was still a lot of fun to play. It was definitely a little nostalgic odyssey, getting back into that world. Although we were talking about EA games that were biggest mistakes for EA, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath was one of the biggest mistakes that EA made for not marketing that game as heavily as they should have. That was a great game. And it was
Are those the games that have like the little
green dude or whatever.
Yeah, Abe. But
Like
Oddworld.
Yeah.
But
okay,
Stranger's
okay.
Wrath wasn't that. Stranger's Wrath was a different character. And it was a first person, but the whole thing about it was you used ammunition that was literally live ammo. You were picking up bugs and little furry creatures, and you had a crossbow, and you would use them to shoot, and they did really cool things, like they would stick to somebody or blow up something. Or
Okay.
Again, no one heard about it, and it was a great game.
I've never heard of it. Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
There you
Look
go.
it up.
Case in
Oddworld
point.
Stranger's Wrath. So yeah, and that's my exact point. There was that one. A buddy of mine who worked at EA was trying to work when they were releasing Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. That was another game that was not as marketed as heavily as it could have been, and it was a great game. So
Yeah, they just had a remaster version of that game that came out
Yep.
recently too.
The Re-Reckoning. Yep.
Re-Reckoning.
The Re-Reckoning. And again, like EA has its good things that they do. When it comes to EA, FIFA and The Sims are king. If the FIFA team and the Sims
100%,
team
dude.
want something, they get it. So
Yeah.
these are the kind of things that
Especially
happen.
FIFA.
Yeah. And then everybody gets kicked to the wayside as a result. Most people think Madden is the king. It's like, no, it's FIFA.
You know, actually was a good EA game recently with Squadrons. I thought Squadrons, Star Wars
Yeah,
Squadrons
same
was
with
great.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi
too.
Fallen, yeah, exactly. But Fallen Order, I think Fallen Order became what 1313 was going to be.
Right.
No, yeah, or something that they're working
see,
on.
I don't think officially. I bet I had to have been remnants of 1313 became Fallen Order. Had to have
Yeah.
been, right? Like
Yeah,
I
I
remember
think
when
so.
we first saw the gameplay for 1313. I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then Fallen Order came out. I forgot 1313 existed and was like, that looks so familiar. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and now they're doing 1313. So that is, I think we heard, yeah, that 1313 is actually going to be a thing, and you get to play as a bounty hunter. Awesome.
Wait, 1313 is not happening anymore, though, right?
It is. It's actually happening again. There's rumors, I guess, that 1313 is going to be a thing.
Interesting. Not by EA.
right.
Would it be EA?
I don't believe it's EA. It's actually LucasArts.
Right now, shifting back once 2023 or whatever the hell the contract ends.
Yep, it's going back to LucasArts, and they're going to do 1313.
Interesting.
So, and as far as NCAA football, it's not 2021. It's probably like 2023, 2024. You have a couple of years. They just got
son
the
of a
ability to
bitch.
make the game, so now they have to go make the game.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
yeah.
Play-
I'll
you
wait.
can
I've
play
already
Wild
waited
Rift.
I've already waited so many years, right?
Right,
So I mean, what's
exactly.
another 2 years
Yeah, exactly.
for me to be
Yeah.
able to call up my best friend and be like, "Hey, bitch,
You
can still do that now.
Son.
Boise State ain't shit, all right."
Oh Jesus.
That's
That's his team. He
his
loves that
That's
team,
really
dude.
funny.
Yeah.
Is it 'cause
They
the
have like
blue
the
field?
blue
Yeah.
turf? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that sports.
We used to have a
That's so
rule.
funny.
We used to have a rule: no top 25 teams, and we always knew who was a real gangster and who wasn't, because somebody come over and be like, "I'll beat you with Texas." It's like, yeah, dude. Okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do an option with Vince Young? Like, we all know what you're gonna play. Like, be a real man and play with a freaking C-rated team, and then come talk to me. You know, like we'd always like do those weirdest matches. You know.
Well, you had to, because at the top level, the discrepancy was so big
Yeah.
that teams were really good in one area that would exploit the weakness of another team.
Literally,
easily.
all you had to do was pick Texas, do an option, and play with
run with
Vince
Vince
Young.
Young.
You're like, oh, here, let me just break 2 tackles and then bloop,
I'm
there's 80
gone.
yards for a touchdown. See you later.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. Like,
No.
I know you
No, it's
two
fine. I
don't
like
play
conversations.
football.
I understand.
Oh, I
Dom heard Texas. I was just there.
I was in Texas. I had barbecue. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's good.
and Vince Young just throws a rib to the running back, and
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Only
But
Vince I know
that,
is McMahon. All right.
oh wow. But that does it pretty much for like the games that I've been playing this week. Although I have been doing a lot of GTA 5 online with my daughter. And when I say my daughter, she's not a kid. My daughter is married. She's in her late 20s.
That's
So, but
so
yeah,
are you talking about like the RP stuff that's going on lately, or like the real GTA 5 online?
online, GTA
Okay.
5 online. We've been doing a lot of that. So
cool.
th-
Nice.
between me, her, and her husband,
I heard it's
we've
a lot
had
of
some
fun,
amazing.
actually.
It can be fun, but GTA 5 suffers from the same problem a lot of online games do. The community sucks.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like nothing ruins the experience more than a dickhead gamer coming in, and we're trying to do a mission and this asshole comes out of nowhere and wrecks us all or something. It's but that's pretty
That
much
sounds like the, because I've seen on Twitch that it's like wildly popular right now. The no
I was
It
gonna
people
is.
say, how
thing,
do
which
you actually
is
see on Twitch like what game category is most popular? I know there's
You just
a
see
way.
what's the most viewed or how many people are
I
watching.
just watch Twitch fails every, like, one, like there's a couple Twitch fails I watch during the daytime, and like the number one thing I've seen for the last few weeks are hot tub streams and stuff going on GTA.
I just don't understand hot tub streams. I mean, I
Okay,
understand
explain
hot
hot tub
tub
streams.
Commodity.
You want me to explain it to you?
I have no idea what
It's
hot tub
very-
streams
two-
are.
Wait,
there's
I'm gonna
two-
say it in more. I want to say it in a more PC way than Chef will.
No, I'll say it in a very PC way.
It's
but go
very
ahead.
attractive women
Yeah.
in a bikini in a hot tub just chatting.
Right. So what happened
got
was
it.
there's
And getting
there's
shit
two.
done.
Listen, I feel like such a child for knowing these things, but there's two streamers, right? One's called Amaranth, the other one's called Indie Fox, and this girl
I
Indie
know-
Fox,
yeah.
she did this thing. She did the hot tub stream, and like for people that are doing donations, she started like writing their names on her. So Amaranth, who's like, I think I'm the biggest, the hottest
Yeah.
streamer on Twitch, she started doing the same thing. So they started having this rivalry to see
Oh my god!
who
wait,
could
there's
get more
hot tub stream
daily
beef.
yeah, dude, it's a huge thing, right? So then there's one guy that does like IRL streams in China. His name's like Jake. I can't remember his name, but anyways, he did one and ended up getting double the amount of subs that either one of them could.
Oh my god!
And which pissed the both of them off, and now the Indie Fox girl got banned so many times from Twitch, and she like did this whole like, well, nobody ever wants to watch me when I'm playing, Valorant, but everybody wants to watch me when I'm half naked in a hot tub. No, and I'm like, well, what did you expect?
In
Like
in the 50s, there were like all these conventions of what the future is going to be like. We're going to have flying cars. We're going to have like instant food things, microwaves. It's hot tub Twitch beef.
Hot tub Twitch stream.
That's what it is.
real important life matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I've said for a very long time that the way the world is going, we are on an equal path towards the end of Terminator, Matrix, and Idiocracy. I'm leaning more towards Idiocracy now.
Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
Definitely.
I'm leaning towards Terminator.
Oh, that'll eventually happen. Like these guys
Yeah,
at Boston, Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
Someone needs to stop these guys. Every single time something comes out, they're like, "Oh, we got a robot that can roll over stuff. Great. We got a robot that can go upstairs. We got a robot that can literally do gymnastics and jump
what's
over."
interesting about that? I remember Stephen Hawking had a really interesting report on one of the most dangerous things to the human future is AI, which I thought was a really interesting read.
It's not wrong. I mean,
No, he's not
I mean, a
wrong.
lot of people don't realize that their jobs will become obsolete once AI reaches a certain level. Like
Yep.
people are like I mean, no, not to drum up a weird conversation, but people are barking up the tree for $15 an hour minimum wage. Do these people most people that make minimum wage work jobs that are going to be replaceable by AI? Like
100%.
And I don't.
agree. And
I mean,
then you get universal basic income.
well, yeah, probably, but
Fair tax.
which
I'll go with fair tax.
Fair tax.
Um,
I'm good with fair
any-
tax.
but anyways, I mean, it's
I'm
just-
glad
it's-
somebody else knows what fair tax is. Nobody knows what fair tax is. That's fantastic.
Oh, I just assumed he meant like everybody's taxed fairly. Sounds good to me.
No, that's totally different. We'll talk about that. We're not into politics. No, fair tax is where you get 100%.
I like Hoochie's idea where everybody pays the same.
Tax
Like,
fairly.
that
That's
That
what it
seems
is.
like
That's
that
part of
sounds
it is.
great to
That's the
me.
part- This is not a politics podcast,
No,
but
yeah.
like that's what essentially that's what it
Yeah,
is. We'll talk. We'll
the
talk. off-
podcast is going to be replaced by sentient robots. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast.
Ding,
Troy,
your
what are you
pizza's
playing
done,
right now?
Dashy.
What am I playing? I'm glad somebody asked. That's fantastic. Currently playing Valheim, and that's it.
Valheim.
No,
kidding.
no,
No,
you
I'm joking.
said, I was going to say,
I'm
the other
joking.
day you said, like, well, I don't want to do another podcast, but we're all like, what are you playing? Valheim.
Yeah, no, I'm still playing Valheim, but I haven't really had time because I've just been super busy with work with everything. But the game that I have actually been putting a lot of time into right now is Immortals: Phoenix Rising. I'm like
Oh.
22
Oh, how is that?
hours into it is actually it's really campy in terms of just the storyline, but it's well acted, or well voice acted. The game is real fun, and just I play it like an hour a day, that kind of thing, just like going around. I have a hard time after spending 119 hours in Assassin's Creed Valhalla doing another Ubisoft open world collector whatever game, and I was like, you know what, this is fine. I'll try it out, but it's fun. Like I don't feel like it's a chore. I don't necessarily need to do all the collectibles for all the trophies and whatnot. I like that. I like you do like 60 to 70%, and that's all you need to get these certain trophies. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll give it a try. It's just really fun. It's based in Greek mythology.
Yep.
Like and it's just a really if it was on sale for like $30 on PSN or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I've watched a bunch of streams. It's like in my top 5 or game of the year last year. I was like, you know what? I never really played it. but I was like, just did a lot of due diligence and research about it, and I really enjoyed it. I'm just having a good time with it. I'm just taking my time with it. I'm not really really going too crazy, and I'm just also just playing whatever free games are out right now on PS Plus. Like I tried, was it Zombie Army 4? I think is the other PS Plus game.
Okay.
Or something like that.
I played Immortals when it first came out because we were so hyped for that game, and at the time you had the Ubisoft Game Pass, right?
Oh yeah,
and
that's
Ubisoft
right, yeah.
Plus. So in that short period of probably like 2 to 3 months, you got Watch Dogs, you got Immortals, you got Legion, Valhalla. So $15 or $30, you could say, bought you 3 AAA titles.
Yeah.
And Immortals is one of them, but similar to you, like I just got done playing Legions. I just got, and then Valhalla was like, I can't do another open world game.
It takes forever. Yeah.
It was, but there were some things in Immortals that I did really like the combat was actually really cool. Some of the abilities that you had, I had one where I had a big old giant hammer, like you could just hit, and that was the most fun, just wrecking people with the freaking hammer.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying. I just got the shield bash is what I just did, and then I did the Ares Wrath, which we could do like the double jump. And I'm really enjoying how like the little vaults of Tartaros, which are kind of like a little mini puzzle thing.
Yep.
And it's very much like, if I had to describe what this game's like, it's like Breath of the Wild meets Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yep, that is exactly what it is,
and it's just great. And I'm super enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to games that are coming out soon, which is what I'll transition to in just a second. But before we do that, I want to talk about our quick 2 sponsors that we have on the podcast. So with the 2 sponsors, everybody knows you have Noob Energy, which if you look down here on the corner, you can see it says Noob.
Noob!
You can use the promo code OG15, or is it OG? Yeah, OG15 to get 15% off any Noob order. You can go to noob.ogpodcast.fm. And then Noob Energy is a great low-calorie, it's 10, energy drink formulated to create a synthetic effect to enhance your gaming, studying, or working experience. Noob Energy provides a cognitive advantage in any scenario. This product is a perfect combo for brain-boosting nootropics, which are great. I've been doing a lot of mushroom nootropics lately. Fantastic. I'll definitely recommend them. And backflip-inducing energy, all packed into a 12-ounce can. It's got a bunch of good shit in it that I can't pronounce, but I guarantee you it's all good brain-boosting natural shit. It's sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, and made in the United States of America.
Yo, and their Instagram is fire too.
They're good people, man. Try Noob Energy today at noob.ogpodcast.fm or use the promo code OG15 at noobenergy.com. And we're also quickly sponsored by Dragon Champions. Believe it or not, that is still like a gacha game, but I'm still playing it a little bit here and there. You can use the promo code OGPodGift in Dragon Champions to get 250,000 gold, 500 Drac coins, which is kind of like their premium currency, 500 energy, and a whole new hero, a Corcoran, for new players up to level 15. So if you're a new player, you want to check it out, get all this stuff for free. It's not bad. And you help support the pod for both those. So, all right. So with that, we'll quickly get through this because we had a little bit of a tangent and whatnot. But we're going to talk about what games we're looking forward to that's coming up. For me, it's Resident Evil 8. Comes out soon. It's like next month.
I'm glad you brought this up because I want to know why Hooch. I've been waiting for like an hour to find out why Hooch isn't going to play Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, but that's coming out soon. I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I wasn't going to pre-order this, but I just did it anyway because I was just like, you know what? This is kind of nostalgic. I was looking for another RPG type game. The new Mass Effect trilogy remaster. I'm very excited.
When does
for
that come out?
It's in June, I want to say. June or July, I want to say. I think it's June.
Is it? I thought it was May. Is it June?
I've never played a Mass Effect game.
It's
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You have to play the
They came out when I was working as a chef, and it was like one of those things where a game like that, there's no way I had the time to play it. So
May 14th. Yeah, you're right. May 14th is when it comes out. So I wasn't gonna get it because it's only a PS4 game, and it's just like they weren't doing a true. No, well here's the thing. Like they're not doing they're doing a PS5 patch to make it better, but they're not like optimizing for PS5. I was like, don't really.
I'm just being facetious. Sorry,
but I was like, you know what? I was watching a bunch of like what's upcoming like on YouTube or something like that for games. I was like, you know what? This looks actually really good. I forgot how much fun I had with this game. I'll try it. I was looking for something that's going to carry me long term throughout the year. So it's going to go great. So.
Real quick, to circle back to like I said earlier, one of the things about GTA 5 Online is they're coming out with a PS5 version, And until they patch it, every single month they're giving you $200,000 in-game currency
Whoa.
until they get this patch out to update it. So yeah, so you were talking about the
Accountability is
PS5
nice.
patch. Yeah, I love that kind of thing where they're like, no, we want you to keep playing. Here's some incentive. Don't quit now. It's coming. We just don't know when. So when you mentioned the Mass Effect PS5 patch, I'm like, that would be great if they did something similar, but I don't know what they can do really.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen day one or not, but I'm going to play it either way. So I'm trying to get through Phoenix right now to be ready for that. But all right, Hooch, what are you looking forward to that's coming out?
So in addition to Mass Effect, Returnals, because Returnals is supposed to be this revolutionary thing that's going to happen and hit the PS5, where I'm hoping, I don't know any spec details about it, but I'm hoping it's actually the one that starts to really utilize some of the features of the console. I do know that one thing they've talked about was how they're implementing the analog triggers, how a tap pull will do a certain attack. When you pull it even further, you'll get past that point and it'll do an even different attack or a different kind of gun. So how they're going to be utilizing the resistance and stuff on the controllers is one thing. The haptic feedback, I guess, is another thing they're going to be looking into. But most importantly, I'm like, I want to see the performance of this system, how it's supposed to be, like what they promised us. You know, we haven't seen that yet. The story is also kind of interesting to me. Anytime you get like a time loop thing going, I'm like, what are we going to do with this? Where are we going to go with this? So that's definitely one thing I'm looking for. But yeah, going back through Mass Effect in an updated, remastered capacity is really something I'm going to look forward to.
Yeah. I just hope the Mako is actually fun to control this time around.
Oh God.
Time. It was so bad before.
Yeah. Oh, and then of course there was it ME2 where you had to roll over the planets and scroll up and down to find. Yeah, like, can we get rid of that crap? That was just boring nonsense that I didn't want to do. Let me ping a planet. Like, there's something here. Yeah, show me where it is. Don't make me find it.
Yeah, exactly. But they promise a whole lot of upgrades to the old systems to make it more fun and more up to date. So fingers crossed it actually works out that way.
Yeah, see, it was a whole autosave, no autosave thing. Back in the day, you did this because you thought it was cool. It's not cool anymore. Give me something else.
Right.
Exactly. All right, Josh, what are you looking forward to?
Yo, RE8's right around the corner, baby. I'm gonna platinum the shit. I'm platinum that game before you do.
I don't know about that.
Them there.
Well, you actually got more free time than me coming up, so
I do,
that could be very true.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it depends because when the pre-patch hits for WoW, I do got to get some shit going. So you know,
Toss up. What are you gonna do? Ego or WoW? Ego or WoW? What are you gonna do?
My ego's pretty big. So.
Challenge accepted. Let's go.
Good. I definitely just set myself up for failure.
You sure did.
Yeah.
No, just hope Charlie is on like a new show or something.
Oh, I am. I'm booked through the end of the year at this point.
Well,
so.
then there you go. You're gonna beat him.
Yeah,
you're gonna beat him.
But not if I know that there's a challenge at stake here. It's gonna happen now. I'm just gonna be like,
I know how your schedule goes. I don't know how you could physically do it.
Oh, I just won't sleep.
But I'm also not as good at video games as he is. So like, it takes me longer to achieve these things because I smoke weed. So it's like I'm obviously like.
And you're not as good at games as he is.
I wish it were that way, man. It's you know what it is like. There's like things I do where like some things pop out at me, and it's like my reaction time is most definitely marijuana affects the memory, like kind of stuff. Where it's like, oh, that just happened. I probably should have pressed the B button instead of waiting 15 seconds to hit the B button. But you know,
never
anyways.
changed.
So just Resident Evil 8 is what you're looking for?
So I'm really hyped for Resident Evil 8. I'm really hyped. They just did the alpha for D2 Resurrection or Resurrected, whatever it is, and I'm very excited about that. So the beta should be around the corner. I had tried to play Magic Legends, but my PC sucks.
It's not good.
No,
it's not good.
Not worth it.
It's such a bummer. It's not good.
It looked like it was going to be awesome, and then like it just would not work on my PC, and so I didn't. And then they said it was going to be on console, so I was looking forward to it, maybe like releasing on console at some point. But my best friend,
I'm going to get added. Magic is dying.
Magic
Legends.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I've heard that from a lot of people.
It just has not been doing the same ever since. Like I stopped playing. Well, it doesn't matter, but like I think Legends was like I don't want to say grab for them. you know, they see that you know, things are probably not as consistently popping in the Magic world anymore. Like, let's try something new. I hope it succeeds. I hope it gets better. I played it. I did not like it. I really do hope it does well. I want Magic to do well. I think Magic as a card game is still one of the coolest, like, paper games you could play. I would love to still play more, but I don't have the money for that, and I'm not playing. I can't play casual. I can't play
do have the
Magic
money for
casually.
that. You just spend it on things like an Uni pizza oven and a PS5 instead.
Okay, the Uni pizza oven would not get is like maybe from when I was playing competitively was the third of the cost of the competitive deck I was playing. So
Truth.
3 pizza ovens would have got me the deck I was playing when I was playing competitively. But,
Gotcha.
you know, it's just such an expensive thing. But I hope it does well because Magic is a great game, and I really hope that like it can continue to be a good game because I think it's really fun. So,
Oh, and Pokemon Snap comes out
yep,
in
that's what I was
is
gonna
it
say.
next
12
week or the week
12
after?
days.
Yeah,
12
which I'm pretty
days.
excited about
The
that.
30th.
Yeah.
Very excited for Pokemon Snap.
See, and that's a game that's friendly for people that like to do extracurricular activities like I like to do. You know, so I just kind of sit back and just take some pictures of some Pokemon. I don't gotta be stressed out about zombies breaking through walls and, you know.
You didn't
not
see the
using
Zombie Pikachu
chests
DLC?
Zombie Pikachu.
No.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about those games. I mean, honestly, like all that really matters this year for me, which I know Dom you don't care about, but D2 Resurrection is like
It's not I don't care about it. I want Diablo 4.
cannot
and
wait.
I
Yeah,
don't wanna-
that's-
you know what I mean. That's what
Yeah.
I want.
or
And,
Diablo Immortal. I'd take that too, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's just they're really dragging their feet with it. So
Immortal's actually pretty fun.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll play Immortal because it's free, quote unquote.
Yeah.
yeah, but just saying it's
But-
just not out yet. Like I'm
Yes,
just
yeah,
like
yeah. Sure,
they haven't even really like put a date on it of when they think it's going to go
Yeah,
live.
after the beta,
here
I
in
haven't
NA,
seen anything
so-
after that. But
Yeah.
I'll
I mean, they
probably
did
play
a-
that. But I just want Diablo 4.
they did an
That's the
alpha.
end of the day.
They did an alpha.
Wait, there wasn't a
and
beta? There was just alpha?
No, it was just alpha. There
Oh,
was
I thought
and
it was beta too.
no, there was an alpha. It was they have like a targeted set of content creators that they're
Yeah,
allowing
yeah.
to.
Big
yeah,
shout out to my boy
so-
Riker. What's up, folks? This is Riker.
Yeah, Mobile
Yeah.
Gamer. I think Mobile Gamer did one too.
He did okay. Yeah.
Every time.
I'm
I
sure
do
they
a video,
probably
it's so
looked into
funny.
the people that are like the top CCs
Oh, yeah.
for all
Oh,
the top
of
mobile
course.
games, and those are probably the people they targeted first.
Yeah.
Dude, they had like Shroud was playing Diablo Immortal. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
it's like
What-
these people
what
that
you-
don't play Dungeon Crawlers playing. Diablo
What you need is somebody who works at Blizzard to be able to get you in on the friends and family program.
Is that like a little nod to yourself?
That's a yes, yeah. And
Blizzard?
no, I'm not, but I know people who.
Oh, sure.
I've been in the gaming industry for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know.
The
I know
connects-
people.
The connects are there.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
so
That's really
and what I do with them is piss off Hebrew Hammer because he loves Diablo. So when I got into the alpha, I was like, hey dude, I'm in the alpha. He's like,
That's
what? Like,
That's
yeah,
so
I'm in the
That's
alpha.
actually
for-
hilarious.
Yeah, and he just was like, I can't believe you got to show me. Look, what do I have to do to see this game? Like, I can't do anything because I want to stay in the alpha. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want
Exactly.
more alphas, so I
Right.
can't show you anything.
I know it's not going to be in it for anytime soon. I really want Diablo 4. Honestly, I
Yeah.
know a lot of people. The things that are new for it, some people aren't liking because they think it takes away from the Diablo-esque-ness of it. But like, I'm very excited for the village aspects and very small bits of open world stuff in terms of like that and shit. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Diablo 4. I'll play
just-
Immortal because it's free. I probably won't
Yeah.
get Diablo 2 because I'm just at the point in
not
my
free.
life where I'm not spending money on stuff that I don't like. I know I don't want it. If I get it was given to me. If there's a discount, whatever, I'll do that stuff. But like at this point in my life, I'm only spending money on shit that I know that I 100% want. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Which I
Yeah.
wish I did my entire life instead of being an asshole.
I've been there too.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
shit, of course.
Pokemon Snap.
So
Yeah.
Oh God, dude.
We didn't say we don't use that
Whoa,
word here.
whoa. Yeah, I mean, you know what? We don't like to curse here on the OG podcast, so I'm gonna need you to. This is a family-friendly show. Don't be saying things like that.
we were all done wrong.
Even though I'm the only person here that's still playing it for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
Well, I have
Why?
I have a specific reason. I'll tell you
okay.
guys when we get off the
Okay, fine.
the stream.
Dom, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, stuff we talked about, but Pokemon Snap is the soonest thing that's coming out. that I'm
It's
looking
such a
forward
cute
to.
game.
I mean, I still wish there was more info on God of War Ragnarok. They say 2021, but that's bullshit. There's no way.
No.
There's no physically impossible we're getting that.
Yeah,
There's
at the-
been zero.
There's no way, even
Yeah.
if they do, like they might drop a trailer at the end of the year, and that's about it.
Right.
That's
game's not coming
definitely
out for
going to
another
be
year or
all
two.
that happens this year.
But yeah, I mean, Pokemon Snap. I know that it's funny because I was gonna say Republic Commando coming to Switch, but it already happened. So I guess I have to go get that. You know.
Yeah, go get it.
Did they do anything to it, or is it just a straight port?
I assume that it's just a port. Maybe minor graphic.
I mean, I saw
stuff?
like the screenshots of it. I was
I
like, this
doubt
looks
It
rough.
does. Yeah,
I
it's
doubt that it's an HD remake or anything. It's probably just a
Nope.
port.
Yep. They're like, here you go. Just put it on this console. Have fun.
But honestly,
That was a
I'll
fun
take
game.
it. I love that fucking game. That game
Yeah.
was great. It was.
Yeah.
I think it was. I really wish the Republic Commando stuff, or like mostly like the backstory and all that stuff wasn't retconned. But great stuff. Really good stuff.
I'll take more Star Wars. Anything.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm actually really looking forward to the second Fallen Order whenever it eventually does come out. But that first one was great.
I need to play it,
was-
so I have it now because EA is on Games Pass. I just have to play
Oh,
it.
it's so
It's on
good.
You
my
haven't played it?
PlayStation.
Oh,
Played
you
it yet?
got
No.
It's
You
on
gotta
my
play
PS
it.
Pro.
Good.
You can just it's on my account. You can just play it.
The
It's on my
first
account.
time I was able to roll up on a pack of stormtroopers and just be like, "Fuck you, you're gone. Let me just throw my lightsaber at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Gone. Like you. Let me just throw you off the cliff real quick. Like
Yeah.
I just nerd boner out
Yeah.
the freaking room, dude. It was
Yeah.
like, yes.
When you get
Yes!
forced, you get forced push. You're like, I'm throwing you off a cliff.
Yeah.
When you get forced pull, you're like, oh, now I don't even need to position myself. I'll bring you to me, turn, and throw you off a cliff.
It's
Right.
the shit, man. Like it's so satisfying as a nerd, dude. Just
Yeah.
And not only that, the lightsaber battles are actually really cool because it's
Yeah.
not just like let me just spam the X button over and over again. It's like you actually
sure.
need to like time things properly. So I mean, for me, it was like because you guys know I've been into Dark Souls in the last couple of years, and like that one was easily one of the best ones above and beyond. Also, the fact that like you had the little droid with you and you could like use it for stim packs and like different things
Yeah,
like
that was
that.
cool.
I don't know. Great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
Respawn's fantastic company. I'm looking forward to seeing them do more single player games.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember we were looking at Titanfall before it came out, and just that game was so good. And
So
Respawn is a great group. They're
Totally.
doing a lot of good stuff.
I really
So-
wish that like the few game companies that do everything right, I wish the ones that had the money that do everything wrong would actually take a page from their book and try
Well,
to
the
do
ones
some of the things right.
the ones that do everything wrong typically have one of a few similarities: bad leadership,
Right.
fear of trying to do something different because it doesn't fit within their portfolio, or there's too much of a risk. They're trying to please investors, which is part of the problem. You get those bigger companies where the second you go public, now you have a whole different thing you have to answer towards. Money, you have to keep, not only do you have to keep making money, you have to keep showing that you're innovating in order to position yourself to make more money.
Right.
Otherwise it hits your stock price, people don't invest, and that's why I like the smaller indie companies. They're like, we don't care about all that, we just want to make a good game.
Yep.
Yeah. For sure.
Is that why you're not going to play Resident Evil 8?
No, I'm not gonna. The reason why I'm not playing Resident Evil 8 is very, very simple. I'm a giant wussy. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Okay.
I'm a giant
okay,
wussy.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Same.
That's it.
You know, that
Same.
actually that's completely justified because I'm gonna tell you right now that Resident Evil
Same.
7 creeped me the f out, dude.
Even Resident
and
Evil
like
2 remake.
this
when I was
one's
playing
gonna
it, I was
be-
like,
Dude, I go so okay. 1996, I think. Resident Evil comes out on the PlayStation.
Yep. Oh,
I
that
buy
game-
it. I buy it. I put it in. I'm going through the manor or whatever in the house, whatever. I get to that first part where the zombie's eating the dude.
Yep.
He turns his head to look at me. I immediately turn off the PlayStation, eject the disc, and I don't touch it for a week. Like I'm done. I can't do this. I'm done. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm 100%
Nope.
with you. I think the
Nope,
game
nope.
the game I trudged through my Fradies with was Dead Space, because I think Dead Space was just one of the coolest stories and different kind of gameplay. But there are scenes in that scary games are different than scary movies because you are in it. You're
Yeah.
Oh,
interacting
yeah, dude.
fully. You know?
No. Like,
you know
have
what
you
I mean?
played?
It's
Okay,
so
so
much
you haven't
different.
played 7 yet. Hooch, did you play 7?
No, because I saw all the trailers for 7. I'm like, this
Okay,
is too
Bash.
close to
Done.
realism.
Tell
did
me
a
the
VR
first time
playthrough
you
of
were
it,
in
yeah.
the first time you were in the basement. That shit was terrifying
It's-
for me, dude.
you know what
Because you're
Resident Evil's
literally
really
like
good?
they
Like,
they did
no.
amazing with like I was wearing
Nope.
these, and it's like one of those things where they make shit that,
Yes.
like you can hear it coming from this direction, and you
yes.
turn around and there's nothing there,
Yeah.
and then you turn around and there's a molded right in your face, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my
I
god,
was
like,
gonna say, like,
why
the
did that
thing
just
that
happen?
Resident Evil does so well, and I think Dead Space does this too, is distant ambient. So like,
Yeah.
you're walking down a hallway, it's storming outside. There's shutters on the window. There's no glass on it, and the shutters are like cracking. You hear a scream far away. You hear a lightning bolt, and it's just like, oh my god.
The one that got me was when I was in the
Immersion.
basement, and you can hear like ting 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 ting
Yeah.
ting ting, and that's like,
What
I'm
is
like,
that?
okay. I'm like, I at one point I had to be like,
Yep. Yeah.
just go like, I had to go turn all the lights in my house on because I'm like,
yeah.
this is just way too much for me.
Isn't that
man.
funny?
Like,
That's
way
what'll
too
save you.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, the lights will save me.
All
yeah.
the lights on. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see
See
it
it.
coming before
See it
gets
coming,
you.
exactly. Yeah.
You're still.
Wow.
He's back.
What did you do?
I have no idea. This is even fiber. This is new internet. I have completely consistent internet now. I have no idea.
I thought maybe we thought maybe you got so excited earlier, you were
got
laughing so
excited,
hard that
just,
you
like,
hit the
slapped
button on
your
accident.
Desktop, yeah.
Maybe. I don't
No.
know. Maybe I did. I don't think so. No, it just
Well,
kicked me.
let's,
Everyone watching was
Good
just
stuff. Good stuff.
That was a good ending point anyway.
right.
But all right. Well, Hooch, thank you very much for coming and joining us this week on our gaming podcast. Where can people find you or the ANR pod?
Once again, we are on YouTube, AlterNerd Reality. We are also on Discord, discord.me/ANR. And we are also on Patreon. And we do 3 podcasts, episodes a week. We have 3 podcasts coming out each week. If you hit us up on Patreon, you can join us in for when we record on Friday nights in the U.S.
Yeah, it's late.
It can get pretty late. Yeah, we can go. We have some marathon recording sessions.
Awesome. But you can find us on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say thanks for having me here. It's been a whole lot of fun. It was great hanging out with you guys.
It was a lot of fun.
Good times. Always like having more people on the pod. Just come chat and bullshit with us. It's always
Talk
fun.
about it. Talk about whether or not college athletes should get paid money or not.
We'll save that for the politics podcast, which we don't do. You can find us on Instagram at og.podcast or Twitter's overachieversp. Our website's ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode, every episode where we talk about video games, cooking, maybe some other things.
We've
Resident
been talking
Evil.
about food a lot lately.
We do talk about food quite a bit, a lot.
I didn't talk about
Quite
my
a bit, a
pizza
lot.
then.
Yes, exactly.
Quite a bit, a lot. Yes.
And then if you want, please subscribe. That's for YouTube.
Yeah. You like us and
Subscribe, all that
Yeah.
fun stuff, because I do
Yeah.
put this on YouTube, so it should be fun. But if you can just rate us on your podcasting platform of choice, and subscribe to us there. Give us some 5-star review, however you like. That really helps us out with the algorithm. We are on Patreon, but we don't really do much with that. So, but that's it. I can't think of anything else. So, and then our thanks to our 2 sponsors, Noob Energy, it's noob.ogpodcast.fm, and Dragon Champions, it's dragon.ogpodcast.fm. I had to think of what the extension was. So, anyway, thank you guys very much for coming through. We'll see you all in 2 weeks when we have Upshaw on. Cheers.
later.
Boom.
Cool.
Yeah, I almost have Doom. But I'm gonna probably sell my account after I get Doom.
There you
That's
go.
why
Oh, that's why you're doing it?
Yeah, I'm
You're
like
going
a couple,
through that pain.
I'm like
to get Doom?
I'm like a week away from getting them, so I was like, you might as well just wait at this
I
point.
dipped out. Didn't even get that far.
We're still live, aren't we?
I also
We are still live. Yes, we are still live.
on Twitch. I don't give a shit, dude.
Oh, okay.
Like,
As long as you
yeah,
don't
I just didn't want to say it on the podcast. Like I care. You kidding me? If they ban my, dude, please ban my account so I can just like be done with the game. Like yesterday I like logged in and I did like 1 war hit and I was like, why do I play this game? Like I hate this game so much. Like it's just so garbage. And oh, okay. Just real quick. I know we're not gonna sit here and talk about this for too long, but Vash and Ashy, remember when we were in the Envoy call or whatever, and one of the questions I asked very specifically was,
are there any plans now that there's a battle pass or there's an RTA in the game? Are there any plans to do character releases through the RTA battle pass? Cerebro said, no, there are no plans. Yeah, 100% a fucking lie, because they are definitely doing character releases straight through the generic strike.
Oh no,
pass
no,
right
no.
now.
There wasn't a plan until you brought it up.
But no,
and
no,
they
no,
were
no,
like-
no.
Now there's a
But
plan.
no, you're
Now
not.
there's a
You're
plan.
not wrong. You're not wrong. But the technicality behind the question I asked was whether or not they were going to be releasing characters through the battle pass,
Yeah.
not the strike pass.
Yeah.
And it's like it's incredible that that this is like this is what they consider to be like a moral way to run a company, you know.
So here's one thing though, and I'm not trying to support Cerebro or anything or any kind of shadiness, whatever, but I do know that as a community manager, there's a lot of things he's not privy to.
Oh yeah, dude. I
So-
don't blame him. Dude, listen, he's I mean, he's not a bad dude, and he's doing the best he can. But
Yeah.
he works for a scumbag company. That's
Absolutely.
the problem. And like
I will agree.
inherently, that makes you perform scumbagish routines in order to complete your job. Like
Yeah.
it's just, you know, it's an unfortunate thing that he's probably, you know, I mean, actually in my personal conversations with him, I find him to be a really cool dude. But
Oh, wait
that
a minute.
just,
You said
know.
we're still streaming this?
We are still streaming, yes.
Anyone at Scopely, if you hear this and sometime in the future I come looking for a job there, just ignore anything that you just heard me say.
There
You
you
guys
go.
are awesome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, man.
And
That's great.
funny.
That's all right. Good thing this is
That's
only
great.
This only stays live for like 1 week, and that's it.
all right, good.
All right,
Good,
we're
good.
gonna go rate Upshaw because he's gonna be our next guest on for next week. Make sure you subscriber. Oh, he's follower only chat at the moment. That's what it is. Anyway, go say what's up to Upshaw. We'll see him on our next episode. So see you guys next time. Peace.
Later.
2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks.
2
2 weeks, yeah.
You figured it out. Sen figured it out.